to America to do something for the last 7 or 8 months,
but I
can't get in.
Oh yes,
we'll turn it.
Seriously, you don't understand how they protest, my dear. They don't.
Listen, will you tell me what were they singing at the moratorium?
Which? I mean, the moratorium. Throughout the
the one here, the recent big one. They were singing "Give Peace a Chance," you know.
A song of yours, probably.
Well, yes, and it was written specifically for them.
Where are we, and what is this, and what have you have to do with the moratorium? So they sang one of your songs.
Well, if you
great song, sure, but is that all you can say about that? The moratorium?
You were saying that in America they're so serious about the protest movement.
Yes, they are.
But they were so flippant that they were singing a happy-go-lucky song, which happens to be one I wrote, and I'm glad they sang it. And when I get there, I'll sing it with them when I get in. And that was a message from me to America or to anywhere, that I used my songwriting ability to write a song that we could all sing together. And I'm proud that they sang it at the moratorium. I wouldn't have cared if they'd sang We Shall Overcome, but it just so happens they sang that, and I'm proud of it. And I'll be glad to go there and sing with them.
Make it jolly.
I will make it jolly.
Yes, you know, we have to...
Can I put something to both of you about this sort of creative phase that you're both going through at present? I think you've got to accept, John and Yoko, that, particularly you, John, that it's alienated you from the people who originally loved you in this country.
A lot of them, yes.
Yes, I think they don't understand you anymore.
The alienation started was when I met Yoko, and people do not seem to like people getting a divorce, you know. It's all right to do it quietly, but we can't do it quietly. And so everybody had this impression that, you know, John's gone crazy. But all I did was fall in love, like a lot of people do who are already married, who married somebody very young, you know. You see, we're not superhuman, and we really get hurt by abuse. We don't mind criticism of our work as art. But, I mean, the British press actually called Yoko ugly in the papers, and I've never seen that about any woman or man. Even if a person is ugly, you don't normally sort of say it in the paper, you know, that ugly woman, and she's not ugly, and if she was, you wouldn't be so mean. They even say attractive about the most awful-looking people, just to be kind. But that's the kind of treatment we were getting at that time, and it really hurt us.
Sure you have. One of the things that interested me was the method you've chosen. This is to inspire peace, clearly. Yeah.
We're trying to sell it like soap, you know, and the only way to sell is to focus attention and sell every day.
Well, you feel like being in bed compels more attention than if you were sitting on chairs.
Yes, and it makes it easier for us because we talk 10 hours a day, and it's functional for us to be lying down, you know.
Well, now, well, don't you think being in bed is one thing, but you could go further. You could shower together.
Yes, of course.
We just did it. Actually, I did it alone.
What about during World War II? If Hitler and Churchill had gotten into bed, which Hitler would have clearly enjoyed, do you think that we'd
What about Churchill? I think that if Churchill and Hitler had gone in bed, a lot of people would be alive today.
Yes.
I see that was well, that's a you know, it's a way of doing it. Now, suppose Montgomery had gone to bed with Rommel.
Beautiful.
You like
Yes,
that?
Yeah.
You feel that this continent is the one place to preach peace, or will you preach equally in Peking?
Sure.
We want to let you?
Yeah, but
well, we got to find out.
Yeah.
I believe it's easier to get in Moscow than it is to get in the States for a kickoff.
But don't you feel that they need you now in Peking and Hanoi?
They need. If we're needed at all, we're needed everywhere. But you can't be everywhere at once.
But I do hope that you plan to make them as peaceful as you made these blood-crazed Canadians.
Yeah, we're really talking to the best thing we've done so far is talk to the people at Berkeley, and we think we had some influence in holding back any violence that was going to come out of that. And we believe that, and we talk to them solid every hour before the march and after.
During this last week.
We talk to them every day. We talk on the phone, on the radio station, live.
I saw them throwing rocks at cops just a couple of days ago. You'd better talk to them a little more.
Well, nobody got shot this time, did they?
This time.
No, nobody got shot.
What are you doing about it?
What am I doing about it? I'm cheering the police. That's precisely what I'm doing about it.
Why? Why?
Now, you people have a home in London. Are you permitting people to come in and defecate on the rugs, smash the furniture, and beat you up?
Violence in that
Then why do you want them to do it at Berkeley?
We don't want them to do it at Berkeley. We're telling them to protest some other way. If they'd stayed in bed at Berkeley, they wouldn't have got killed.
Now, Now, simmer down, simmer down for a minute, would you?
Let's have a
Just rest.
constructive conversation instead of,
I'd be delighted with any conversation.
Okay, I'd like to add to what you said about John Byers. It's good to just offer
Nice
tea or
guy.
something.
I can see why you want peace. God knows you can't have much from my own observation. But anyway,
From your point of view, everything looks wonderful.
from my own point of view,
We
I
don't
am
believe-
sorry for you. Now here, I read something that you said that you were very shy people in the
Yes, we
globe.
are, sir.
And yet, these are...
Does that prove you're not shy?
Certainly not. Only
think
the
you have to-
shyest people in the world would take pictures like
Well,
this.
the shy
Really.
people, are they
No.
do they ever become naked or not? Do you think that people that are shy have to wrap
quarreling
themselves
with
up
your
in
description
cotton?
of yourselves as if
Would you
that
consider
is
yourself
a
shy?
picture of two shy people,
Okay,
I'd
would
like
you
to know what
consider
shyness
yourself shy?
is.
May I ask you, would you consider yourself shy?
Well, I'm just normal, but I think that everybody owes it to the world to prove they have pubic hair. And you've done it. You've done it, and I tell you that I applaud you for it.
I mean, if you want to prove it, you can prove it, though.
Why don't you prove it now?
I don't feel that there's any great interest in it. Clearly, you must have felt the world wanted to know what your private parts look like, and now
even
the
give it a
world
thought.
knows. Now that you have a song, and one of the lines, and correct me if it's in Christ, it ain't easy.
Rubbish. I didn't say. The lyrics go, Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going to go in, they're going to crucify me and you, baby.
But in the lyric, you said they were going to crucify you.
Yeah, if you take it literally,
Well, how did you mean it? I know that.
it means everything you want it to mean.
What did you want it to mean?
They're going
Clearly
to
you-
crucify me and you and everyone else.
If he's crucified, you're
I haven't
too.
said that they were going to crucify me.
I have. I have.
You make the claim they're going to crucify you.
Everyone.
But you said they're going to crucify
Oh, well, if
me.
you're going to take everything
Me
literally,
is you,
me
and you
I
is
say
me.
that
I
we're all
don't
one.
permit you to speak for me. Who
Oh, well,
are you
I
speaking
took
for?
that liberty, Mr. Cap.
Well, it's too much of a
Well,
liberty.
speaking
for you
on
to
behalf
say.
of the people in general, in a poetic
speaking
sense,
for
I hope it doesn't
yourself.
upset you.
It does upset me. If I'm going to
Well, don't
choose a
listen to the
spokesman,
rest
I'll
of it.
choose Vaughn Monroe. If I can choose my own singer. And if I'll choose Madame New.
But I can
rather than-
choose to sing about what I want in whichever fashion I wish.
Yes, but you mustn't include me. Now, you're not my spokesman. Are we agreed?
I'm everyone's spokesman.
No, you're not mine. Not
You're mine and
Everybody
I'm
but
yours.
me. No, you're...
If you write an article, whatever article that may be, it's going to affect us. It's
I
gonna
don't
affect
say
all these
I am
people. It's
speaking
gonna
for
affect
John
the whole
Lennon.
world.
As a representative of the human race,
You
I'm
can't help
speaking
it.
for us all, whether you like it or not.
Whatever race you're the representative of, I ain't part of it.
Well, you're
Maybe
representative
yours
too.
is the human race, and
Everybody
mine
in
is
the group.
something less pursuit.
Who do you write your cartoons for?
I write my cartoons for money, just as you sing your songs.
Oh, we don't
Exactly
just
the
for
same
money.
reason.
Yeah, but
And exactly the same reason much of this is happening too, if the truth be told.
But if
Do you
the
think I couldn't
Martians...
earn money by some other way, by sitting in bed for 7 days, taking shit from people like you? I could write a song in an hour and earn
Now,
more money.
look here. Now, don't say this. You got into bed so people like me
Yeah,
will
right.
see you.
Not for money. That's
What?
what you're saying.
It won't do you any real harm. Except you may get.
But I can
that's-
earn money
But I
in
tell you what
easier
will do
ways
you
than
harm.
doing this.
I'll tell you what would do you harm. So could I. I could make a lot more drawing people like you than confronting you. And I must say it's much more
Right,
appetizing
okay.
drawing them because I can leave.
I prefer singing to doing this, but I'm doing this for
what you've
reason.
just done is when you said taking shit from people like you. Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
But we're not doing it for
you
money.
have-
You
haven't
indicated
any
I was doing it
manners
for...
at all.
Oh, you have manners?
Why, I'm your guest. And really...
I'm yours.
No, you're not. This is your bedroom. But now, I made some note about it. But this business of going to crucify me, what indications have you had that you're about to be crucified?
I'd say we're all about to be crucified if we don't do something about war.
Yes. Oh, well, we
Okay.
know. That isn't anything new. That's been said a
Well,
long
who's saying
time.
it's something new? Who's making any new claims?
Did you bring this with you?
They followed you in.
No, they couldn't have followed me in because I had a deodorant. And I'm delighted to have met you, Madam New. And JC, I couldn't, you are our answer to Madam New. But I'm sure the other three guys, the other three fellas are Englishmen.
What does that mean?
Think about it.
Get out. I'll try and work it out. Now, Derek.
Oh, really? Come on.
But I'm not having any treatment. Leave it, though. We have to here. We have to meet his right. Forgive me.
For Derek, it's not me to forgive you. It's for your psychiatrist.
And yours, maybe. Hello, Al.
Hi.
Have you taken LSD?
About 4 times.
And where did you get it from?
Oh, you know, I mean, if I was to say where I got it from, you know, it's illegal and everything. It's silly to say that.
Don't you believe that this was a matter which you should have kept private?
But the thing is, you know, that I was asked a question by a newspaper. And the decision was whether to tell a lie or to tell him the truth, you know. I decided to tell him the truth. But I really didn't want to say anything, you know, because if I'd had my decision, you know, if I had it my way, I wouldn't have told anyone, you know, because I'm not trying to spread the word about this. But the man from the newspaper is the man from the mass medium, you know. I'll keep it a personal thing. If he does too, you know, if he keeps it quiet. But he wanted to spread it, so it's his responsibility, you know, for spreading it, not mine.
But you're a public figure, and you said it in the first place, and you must have known that it would have made the newspapers.
Yes, but to say it, you know, is only to tell the truth. I'm telling the truth, you know. I don't know what everyone's so angry about.
Well, do you think you have now encouraged your fans to take drugs?
I don't think it'll make any difference, you know. I don't think my fans are going to take drugs just because I did, you know. But the thing is, that's not the point anyway, you know. I was asked whether I had or not. And then from then on, the whole bit about how far it's going to go and how many people it's going to encourage is up to the newspapers and up to you, you know, on television. I mean, you're spreading this now at this moment. This is going into all the homes, you know, in Britain. And I'd rather it didn't, you know. But you're asking me the question. You want me to be honest. I'll be honest, you know.
But as a public figure, surely you've got a responsibility to lots and
No,
lots
it's
of
you've
teenagers.
got the responsibility. You've got the responsibility not to spread this now. You know, I'm quite prepared to keep it as a very personal thing, if you will too. If you'll shut up about it, I will.